Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup could be a drag-em-out brawl as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Raiders are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Ravens, who will need to be sharp on offense.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there, second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Play clock winding down. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here we go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
With it is Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Webb now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run with a rookie from Cal, Kolfrani Muhammad. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, Leopard. Back in. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
On third down, Webb. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
No. Check. No. Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Ten-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20.
All right, here we go. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Left. All right, now look at 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, Webb. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. A play fake. Now Webb. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And his 3rd year on is the punter Bradley Pinion to kick it away. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They try again with Lewis. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down, it's Webb. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They run. This is Lewis. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Carry for a 7-year Raider. It's Darren McFadden trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Now let's go. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Over. Back there to that Philly. Detroit. Watch him now, Barney.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit. Over.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right around the 26. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now, check. Patriot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Now Dion Lewis to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ohio. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Flex round.
And he motions the wide receiver. First first down. Brissett. And he's got room. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
A second down throw for Brissett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Webb, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw on second down. Webb over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now here's a carry heading left. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ten yards still left on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriot. 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively, as on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Watching that, Barney.
Throwing again. Webb. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
All right, now look at 56. Over. Here we go now. Over. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw on 2nd down. Webb. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They run the counter now on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that... They'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. So the D-line's going to spread out. A 1st carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They go again with Muhammad. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they're going to go for 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the 2-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Looking for Pryor long. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Come on, let's go. 190.
On third down, Brissett. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. A first down throw for Brissett, and he fires one incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
In motion, the tight end. The play clock's running down. On second down, Brissett again. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Here we go.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Webb. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 43. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, Brissett. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The man in motion is Inman. Brissett from the gun on third. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go. 38. Ohio.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Brissett to throw on first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Come on, let's go. 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun, here's Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Alex Anzalone in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
No. Detroit!
On 2nd down, Webb. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Leopard! All right, now look at this. Over! All right, here we go. Green, 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch out. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Oh, yeah.
Little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Check. Patriot. Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Over. Leopard. All right, here we go.
Check 31.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12.
Now let's go. Blue, landed. Detroit.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it. All right, here we go. Leopard.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb flush to his right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Watch twist.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They run the counter now on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Jack, Patrick! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he stopped immediately there. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
All right, here we go. Now, check. Patriot!
Off play action, it's Webb. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Brissett. And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And all the way down to the 26. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The man in motion is Inman. We're set on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terrell Pryor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Leopard, now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Webb. Flushed out right. He can run for it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get in. The two-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Detroit!
A play fake. Now Webb. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. He's got a man. Complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.